The most precious thing you have, each of us has, the most precious thing is the love in our hearts. You know, we come into this world and for each of us, we have a life. And it's sort of like, you know, being born in New Mexico, I think, where you get this land. Our life is like the land. And for everybody, there's a bunch of rocks on it. And occasionally, there's a bunch of junk that's stacked up on top of the rocks. I mean, that could be Kentucky just as well. You know, you're going along, there's a bunch of rocks, then in between the rocks are some old cars, some refrigerators, a few dishwashers. Well, no dishwashers in Kentucky anyway. Yeah. But junk. None of each, you know, we're given a life, but for none of us is it the life that we want. It's just the life we got. And if we could clear away the junk, the earth, our life has this tremendous potential abundance. And even in dry places, or in cold places, or in uber wet places, there is abundance that is possible there. But to do that, to reach that abundance, we have to be able to clear the land of the rocks and the junk. And also, you know, the rocks and the junk represent raw material from which we can create. But to create, we have to have some kind of vision. We have to be able to look at that junk and those rocks and whatever garbage there is and have some sense of what to do with it. Well, even if we just stack it over there, I don't care. But the thing is this, none of us get the life we want. And you can't expect that, and you can't complain about it because nobody gets that, nobody. But in each of our lives, there is this abundance that if we could begin to connect to it, you know, we could understand and stop fetching about the rocks and the junk and start connecting, then the vision will come to us and the understanding about what we can do, maybe even if it's just a little every day, a little more every day, and a little more every day. You know, we can begin to have a real connection to our life and an understanding about what possibility is present for us there and how the abundance that is our life wants to express itself. And ultimately what that takes is, it's really simple. It's really simple. It's just making contact with your energetic mechanism and awaken, you know, we talk about awakening Kundalini and awakening creative energy. Well, hell yes, absolutely awaken it. But after it's awake, then what? Oh, you know, it's awake, it'll do whatever it wants to do, I'm going to go to sleep. It doesn't work like that. An awakening is a beginning that is the beginning of our cultivation of this awakeness that transforms our entire understanding of what this whole experience is and why we are in it. So you have this tremendous abundance that is available to you. It's not all going to pop up in a day, and it's not going to pop up without work. So get over that idea if you have it. What it will do if you make the simple effort to connect to it and hold it is it will get stronger and brighter and clearer and more powerful, and you will find that, you know, ultimately it is your own creative energy, the love in your heart, that is moving the rocks and transforming the garbage and the junk, and it is the love in your heart that is, you know, inspiring you and guiding you to create something with this extraordinary opportunity that you have, which will nourish you deeply and nourish your surroundings and ultimately fill you up so full that there is no thread of connection left to any earth or any junk. There is only the resonance of that from which this earth and junk and this body and mind have come together from. So, you know, now there is this really crappy astrological setup in the sky, and in each of our lives this intense astrological setup is going to bring some kind of aggravation. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, are you going to let this aggravation and this weirdness take from you the love that you have in your heart? The only thing you have that is truly precious and truly yours. Are you going to let that happen? Are you going to let all the petty bullshit that goes on in your workplace and while you're driving down the street and all the junk that's just junk that's going on that has no meaning at all, are you going to let that steal from you the sweetness and the beauty and the joy that you have the potential to connect to and live from within yourself? What we work hard here to do in sustaining this place and in all of the work we do every day is we're trying to share with you the tools that will make it possible for you under any circumstance to stay in contact with that love. And we're trying to share with you the resources that will support you and nourish you in growing that love to the fullest extent of its possibility, not your possibility. But it's up to you, and you have to make the conscious choice to do that. Because if you're not making a conscious choice, then you are slowly but definitely getting screwed. And in the end, there's nobody to blame but us. And I wish for you all the complete possession of all the love that resides in your heart, and I wish for you that it grows and liberates you from every suffering and every agitation and every distress and disturbance, that you can reside in a truly beautiful place within yourself and understand that the only thing there is besides that love is a little work to do every day. And when you have the love, it's easy to do. Namaste.